Namaste, welcome everyone to this short, gentle Vinyasa Flow class. I hope you enjoy it. Remember just to listen to your body and just enjoy breathing a little bit and getting into the poses and not forcing anything that doesn't feel right. So to start, let's come up onto a little brick or a bolster for a little bit of breathing. So just trying to find a nice long spine. For a moment, we'll just bring our hands to our shoulder heads and inhale as we draw the elbows forward and exhale as we drop them back. So just trying to get a nice big lift in the chest and drop the shoulder blades back and down the spine. You may hear a little bit of clicking as you roll the shoulders back, and then let's just leave them back there and keep a nice lift in the chest, lengthening through the waist, and just for a moment then begin to dip the chin towards the chest. Try to root a little bit through the tailbone, rotating it down towards the floor and gently drawing the belly button back towards the spine. Let's take a little Chia Mudra, bringing our thumb and index finger to tip and just gently splaying out the other fingers. And begin just to tune into your breath. So following our Ujjayi breath, which is in through the nose and out through the nose. Beginning to relax with each exhalation. Coming into your body. Just letting the endless chatter of thoughts just pass by as you commit to focusing on your practice for the next 45 minutes. Just doing your best to be fully with your body and your breath. So on the next inhalation, we'll bring the arms up and take a nice big stretch, going to your full stretch, all the way to the top, maybe bringing the hands together, and exhaling through the center, bringing the prayer down. And again, inhaling, rising up, rooting through the tailbone, draw the belly in, and exhale as we come down. And one more. Inhale, rising. And exhale, releasing all the way back. Lovely. So if you're up on a brick or a bolster, you can just move that to the side and perhaps change the cross on your leg. So trying to root down through the tailbone, so you can either line up the heels together, lining them up with the pubic bone. Use your fingertips to just get a little bit of length. Or perhaps, if you like, you can practice half lotus, bringing one foot up into the crease of the opposite thigh. And then just try to root a little bit through both sitting bones so that we have a nice, even spine. So we'll draw the belly in. We'll practice a few gentle twists. We'll inhale and stretch up through the left arm, stretching up from that left hip, really reaching through the fingers. And on the exhale, see, can you bring it down to the outside of that right knee? And just with the other hand, just see if you can gently rotate your body towards the right. We'll inhale the right arm up, getting a nice stretch, and exhale, bring it behind you on the mat, lining up with your spine if you can, and then use it just to straighten up the spine any amount. Inhale, spiraling up through the crown, and on the exhale, twist and look beyond your right shoulder and keep squeezing the belly button all the way back to the spine. And we'll just hold here for 2 more breaths. Inhaling, exhaling, twist even further. And one more. Inhaling, rising. And exhale, twist, squeezing through the belly. Well done. Releasing back to the center. Let's change the cross again on our legs. This time bringing the opposite foot up or just lining up your heels. Getting the sitting bones nice and even, rooting through the tailbone. Draw the belly in. Inhale, stretching up the right arm, getting length up out of that right hip, lengthening, maybe pushing open a little bit under that right armpit. And on the exhale, bringing it down to the outer edge of that left knee. With the left hand, try to gently pull, rotate your waist and upper body to face towards the left. Getting the twist, really feeling it through the belly. Inhale, stretch up through the left fingers, and exhale, bringing them behind you in line with the spine. Push the spine straight. Inhale again and spiral up through the crown. And exhale, twisting, squeezing the belly in as you look beyond the left shoulder. And we'll hold for 2 breaths. Inhaling, exhaling, and twist. One more, inhaling, exhaling, and twisting. And slowly rotating all the way back to the center. Right, so we're going to come onto all fours. So maybe bringing the palms down, drawing the chest forward, tuck the belly in, slide the hands a little further forward on the mat. And on the exhale, see can you bring yourself up and over onto all fours. If not, just coming any way that suits you. So let's move through some gentle cat-cow. You can rotate the inner elbows to point forward and separate the fingers wide, stacking the hips over the knees. Inhale as we draw the chest forward. Exhale, rounding into the upper back. And just repeating and really enjoying this flow with your breath. You can make it nice and slow if you have a nice long breath. Going to the full range, really feel your spine sliding up and down. And last one, let's push back into a cat and we'll hold it here. Really squeeze the belly. And release. So we're going to slide our right toes back, coming to the toes, and we're going to lift the leg up, but try to keep the left and right hip in the same line, so you're not hitching the right hip up. And then on the exhale, reach forward, stretching through the left arm and fingers, make the core, the belly really, really strong, and press that right palm into the floor. And we'll bend the right knee, take a swing back and see can you catch the foot, rotate your left shoulder back and kick the foot up into your hand. Use the belly for balance. One more breath. And release, stretching forward for one more breath. And release that side. Give the right wrist a little shake if it needs it. Coming to the left side, so slide the left toes back. Lifting from the hip, you can gently flex that left foot, keep both hips in line. Begin to press through the left palm, and on the exhale, stretch forward, reaching through the fingers, lifting up through the belly, and bend in the left knee, and take a big swing back. See can you catch anything? If not, just lay your hand over your lower back, just do your best. And rotate that right shoulder and look beyond the right shoulder a little bit, kicking the foot into the hand. Well done, release. One more stretch forward and release, and again just give that left wrist a little shake. Let's come into child's pose. We'll widen our knees to the edge of the mat, bring the big toes to tip, and ease your hips and buttocks back to your heels, and reach and slide your arms and hands forward. Release your forehead. So just settling with a few nice breaths here, trying to let the hips sink down and let the chest release towards the floor. Finding your ujjayi breath in and out through the nose. And we're just going to lift the head slightly away from the floor, and inhaling, we're going to slide forward into a little cobra. Drop the shoulders down and keep the elbows tucked. Exhale, we'll tuck the toes and stretch back, bringing our forehead to the mat. And we'll just repeat that again. Inhale, sliding forward, staying low to the mat, into cobra. And exhale as we stretch back. And one more. Inhale, sliding forward. Keep the elbows tucked in. Exhale and coming all the way back. Tip the forehead to the floor. Taking a breath into the upper back. And on the exhale, trail your fingertips towards your knees. Come up through a rounded upper back. Draw the belly in. And bring your feet together, coming to a little perch. So we're going to slowly make our way to standing through balancing pose. So begin to squeeze through the belly, fingertips to the floor for the moment, and find something to focus on ahead of you on the floor, a dristi. Begin to squeeze the knees together, and then see maybe about lifting one hand off onto the right thigh and the left. Squeeze and see, can we draw the shoulder blades back and down the spine, squeezing everything together, pressing those toes into the mat. If you feel steady, we'll inhale the arms up. Exhale to the heart center. Inhale, rising. Exhale, let's release. We go for one more maybe. If you wobble, just fall out and come back in again. And release. Keep squeezing the knees. We'll bring our fingertips together. Inhale to the chest. And on the exhale, lifting everything up. Separate your feet to hip width. And try to walk out of your hip sockets a little bit. Coming towards gorilla pose, we'll lift up the soles of the feet. Stand on the palms of the hands. You can bend deeply the knees, bringing your belly and chest towards your thighs, and relax the crown of your head to the floor, as if there's a magnet gently drawing your crown down. And just find your breath here. Ujjayi, breathing in and out through the nose. Just relaxing the breath. And then maybe some of you will begin to try and straighten your legs any amount, stretching into the back legs. And then rock a little forward into the balls of the feet and bend the elbows out to the side, drawing your nose towards your knees. And just enjoy feeling that stretch down the backs of the legs. One more breath, folding here. And then to release, we'll bend the knees, release the hands, and just bring them to the hips, coming up to a nice flat back for a moment. Sending your tailbone back. And your crown forward, grounding through the soles of your feet. And then on the exhale, we'll bring our palms down and just walk to the top of the mat into downward dog. And just pedal out through your legs. So we'll just move in and out of a little plank flow with our down dog. So holding the dog still. Finding your breath. Relaxing the chest towards the floor. On the next breath, let's inhale, rise high onto the toes. And as we exhale, suck the belly in, rounding through and upper back, come forward into plank pose. Taking a breath here. Then on the exhale, begin to bend the knees towards the mat, but don't bring them down. And push back through a deep squat into downward facing dog. And we'll just repeat that twice more. Inhale, rise high onto the tippy toes, draw the belly in, rounding forward, come to plank pose. Take a breath here. On the exhale, begin to bend the knees towards the floor, push back through a deep squat and come into down dog. Last one, inhale, rise high. Exhale, waving forward through rounded back, coming to our plank. Breathing, lifting through the belly. And this time on the exhale, we'll drop the knees, chest, chin into Ashtanga. And inhale into Cobra. Drop the shoulders back and down. Take a breath. And exhale, pushing back into downward facing dog. Let's stretch our legs out a little. Inhale the right leg up. Bend the knee and open the hip. Press into the left sole. And release. Inhale left leg. Bend the knee, open the hip. And release. Pedal out again. And on the next inhale, step or walking to the top into flat back, lift the belly. Exhale and fold nose to knee. And inhale, rising all the way to the top. Hands coming up. Exhaling to the heart center. And just take a little moment in mountain pose. Grounding, rooting through the soles of the feet. You can also close your eyes and feel into your balance a little bit. And then we'll clasp our fingers, and inhale as we push the clasp up, like we're trying to lift the ceiling away from the head. And on the exhale, bend out to the right as we send the hips to the left, really pressing into the soles. Inhale, center, and exhale to the left. Inhale at center. Exhale, we'll bring the hands behind and open the chest, draw the shoulder blades in. On the exhale, bend the knees, draw the belly in, and begin to release forward. Crown of the head pointing down, straight or bent legs, and the arms rising up behind you. On the inhale, draw the arms diagonally forward, coming to chair pose, tuck the belly in and sit low. Inhaling. And exhale, straighten the legs and hinging forward, nose to knee. Inhale to flat back, lift the belly. Exhale, plant the palms. We'll step back into plank pose and release knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, bring the forehead down. Inhale and exhale, rising to down dog. Inhale the right leg up and away. Exhale, bringing it up to the top. Drop the left knee and bring your fingertips to the mat. Chest forward, inhaling. On the exhale, draw the left foot up to the right and bow forward. And inhale as you rise. Exhale, Samasthiti. Again, let's take the clasp arm, lift away. Exhale, lift, push out to the left, hips moving to the right. Inhale, come to center. And exhale, up and over to the right, hips moving left. Inhaling at center. Bring the arms behind, take the clasp, lift the chest as you breathe in. Exhale, bending and slowly coming forward as the arms rise. Point the crown to the floor. Inhale, drawing the arms forward into chair pose. Sit low. And exhale as we hinge forward, nose to knee. Inhale to the flat back. Exhale, palms down, step back with the left and the right. Release knees, chest, chin. And inhale, cobra. Exhale, push back, forehead down. Inhale and rise to down dog. Let's inhale the left leg up and away. And on the exhale, stepping it lightly up. Drop the right knee, fingertips to the floor, chest forward. Inhaling, feeling that stretch in the crease of the hips and the thigh. On the exhale, step the right foot up to the left, bow forward. And rising with the breath. Maybe a gentle back bend. And exhale to the heart center. Well done. So let's practice a little Trikonasana, triangle pose. And we'll come into this through the pyramid pose. So we'll draw the arms out. And see, can we bring them behind in prayer? If that's a little difficult for you, just bring opposite hand to opposite elbow and roll the chest open. Drop the shoulders back and down. Otherwise, if you have the hands in prayer, begin to root through that right standing leg, through the sole. Come onto the toes of the left foot. Press the prayer together. Inhale and exhale. Let's see, can we lift the leg up, pointing the toes down for a little balance. One pointed focus. On the exhale, we'll step that left leg back at a 45-degree angle. Straighten the right, draw the hips to face forward. Really press through the soles of your feet. Inhale and arch the upper back slightly. And on the exhale, tucking the belly in, coming forward. So drawing the left hip forward and the right hip back. Maybe bringing the upper body parallel to the mat. Keep pressing the prayer. Or maybe continuing on a little lower if you like. Keep the elbows lifting. So in this pose, we're trying to even out the hips as best we can. Pressing into that inner edge of that right foot, that right sole. And just enjoying that stretch on the legs. Let's inhale up to flat back. And then open into triangle. Drop the right arm to the inner right leg and reach up through the left. And maybe looking up towards the left thumb. Relax the right arm. Find your breath. Open up under the left armpit. Well done. Release. We'll bring the left hand down to the floor and the right. So both hands just framing that right foot. Try to draw the left hip back and the right hip forward. Inhale the chest forward. Exhale, folding again, nose towards knee. And breathe. Begin to bend into that right knee. Bring the hands forward, plant the palms, and step back into plank. Choosing your release. Slide into up dog or cobra. Exhaling into down dog. Taking a couple of breaths here, gaze towards the feet, pointing the tailbone up. Long, slow inhalation and even longer exhalation. Lift your head, look towards your hands to the top, And inhale, we're stepping up into flat back. Exhale, fold. And inhale as you begin to rise all the way up. Arms up and out. Maybe a little back bend, sending the hips forward. And release to the center. Take a little moment in Tadasana before we move to the left side. You can close your eyes and feel into your balance. Well done. So coming to the left side again, bring the arms out and then behind, either in prayer or opposite hand to opposite elbow. And this time we're rooting through the left foot, coming onto the toes of the right. Finding your balance. Switching on through the core, and then exhale. See, can you lift that leg up? So even if you wobble out, just practice coming in and out, or even just lifting it off for a second or two. Squeezing through the belly, press the prayer together, and step that foot back at an angle. Straighten both legs. Rotate the hips to face forward. Inhale, arching back a little maybe, and on the exhale with the belly tucked in, coming forward as you can. Keep pressing the prayer together. And just enjoying that stretch in the back of that left calf. Keep the elbows lifting away. And inhale, lift up to flat back and unwind, open into Trikonasana, triangle left side. Left arm to the inner left leg and the right arm reaching up. You can rise up a little bit. You want to open up through that right hip. Maybe look up towards that right thumb. Find your breath. Imagine someone is pulling that right hand all the way up. And release. We'll bring both hands down to frame that left foot. You can pivot a little on the ball of the right. Inhale, draw the chest forward. Try to even out the hips a little bit. And exhale, fold nose to knee. Or just in that general direction, just doing your best. Taking a couple of breaths. And begin to bend into that left leg, into that left knee. Plant the palms and step back into plank. Release knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Coming into up dog or cobra. And meeting back in Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Let's take 3 nice breaths here. Breathing. Really pressing the palms into the floor. And look to the top of the mat. You can step or hop into flat back. Exhale, fold and release. Inhale as you rise. Back bend if you like. And Samasthiti. Open into mountain pose for a couple of breaths. And also feel free to come to child's pose at any moment. And we're going to practice a little warrior flow. So let's inhale as we rise. And exhale, hinging forward any way you like, nice and gently. Rise with the breath to flat back. Exhale, palms down, step back and release. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhaling to down dog. Let's inhale the right leg up, and on the exhale, stepping it up into warrior two, arms open. So bending that right knee, trying to keep it open, arms up. Look back at your left arm, and then let your gaze hover towards that right middle finger. Shoulders are relaxed and drop. Breathing. Let's practice exalting warrior. Drop the left hand behind, reaching back with the right. Returning warrior two. Inhale, extended side warrior, reaching forward. Come to the knee first. Rotate the upper body to the left. Inhale, the left arm up and over the ear. Maybe bringing your right hand to the floor. Stretching through the left fingers. Well done. Release the left hand down to the mat. Pivot on the ball of that left foot. Inhale, draw the chest forward. Like you're just letting the right side of your belly relax on that right thigh. Find your breath. And then we're just going to inhale up into a high lunge. Just do your best. Exhale, bring the hands behind. Open the heart. And slowly release. Bring the palms down. Stepping back and find your release. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Breathing. So getting ready for the left side, warrior two. Let's inhale the left leg up. Exhale, stepping it to the top and open into warrior two. Keeping the left knee open. Right foot is at a 45-degree angle. Gaze towards your left middle finger and bend. Relax the shoulders. Find your breath. And exalting warrior up and arching back any amount. Coming back, warrior two. Extended side warrior, reaching through the left fingers. Coming onto the knee. Inhale the right arm up and over the ear. Maybe look towards the right palm. Maybe bring the left fingers to the floor and reach. Find your breath. Bring both hands down. Pivot on the ball of the right foot. Let the left side of your belly rest on the left thigh. Find your breath. And when you have your breath pressing into your soles, inhale as we rise into high lunge. Exhale, open the chest. Just doing your best. Pressing the soles in. And release, bring the palms down. Stepping back and find your release. Exhale, down dog. Let's take 3 nice relaxing breaths. Keeping your gaze towards your knees. And slowly we're going to lift the head and just begin to walk your hands back towards your feet. Keep the feet at hip width. Grab opposite arm to hand to opposite elbow. You can bend your knees or keep them straight and just dangling here. Just allowing the crown of the head to hang heavy towards the floor. And then releasing your hands. You can bring your palms to the mat if you like. And we're going to slowly widen our feet, heel toe. And keep the toes, big toes, pointing towards each other. Bring your hands up to your hips, to a nice flat back for a moment. Breathing, reaching the crown, moving forward, and your tailbone moving back as if you're being pulled in opposite directions. Trying to get a flat back if we can. And then on the exhale, bring your hands down to the outer edge of your feet. And relax your crown towards the floor. Maybe rocking a little forward towards the balls of your feet. Just doing your best. Rising up, we'll bring the palms to the mat and just walk them as far forward as you can on the mat for wide angle downward facing dog. And just enjoy this beautiful stretch for the spine. Really relaxing and releasing your chest towards the floor. Find your breath. And then slowly let's begin to walk our hands back towards our feet, maybe bringing them in line with the feet a little bit for a deeper stretch. Inhale forward and exhale, release the crown just in the direction of the floor. Inhale as you rise up, bring your palms to the floor. And now we're going to heel toe the feet back in and just bring yourself into a squat. Towards a squat, easing yourself in so you can gently rock from left to right, letting the hips open a little bit. And then see if you can settle and bring your hands in prayer, relaxing the tailbone down. And just use your elbows to gently push out through those inner knees. And you can either close your eyes or just find a point to fix on ahead of you, a dristi. And take a few nice, slow, relaxing breaths. For the last few breaths, let's just release the hands to the floor, palms facing up, and release the head. And then very gently, let's bring the fingertips behind and release the buttocks to the floor. And bring the soles of the feet together for Baddha Konasana. I'm just clasping, see can you bring the heels nice and close to you, just walking in, finding nice straight arms, planting the sitting bones. You can rock a little from left to right. Breathing. And then on the exhale, bringing the elbows in front of the shins here and just easing forward from the tailbone, rocking gently, gently from left to right, extending from the tailbone. And when you reach your maximum, just allow the head and back to round forward. Let's inhale, rising back up to center, draw the head forward, and on the exhale, drop the head back, stretch the neck, and exhale through the mouth. Inhale the head at center, rising up, exhale, drop and stretch. And one more, inhale, center, exhale, drop. Inhale at center. And we'll slowly bring the knees together. We'll stretch out the left leg, flex the toes, and with the right foot either planting it in at that inner left thigh or maybe bringing it across. Let's rotate the upper body to face towards our right bent knee, and then try to lay that left arm along the inside of the left leg, maybe hooking that big toe. And then inhale the right arm up, and exhale, we're bringing it over just in the direction, but don't worry about going to the foot, just trying to keep upper body rotating to the right. Squeeze the belly in, find your breath, enjoy the stretch. To release, inhale the right arm up, or drop it behind us, fingers pointing away. Bring the right sole into the left thigh. Inhale the left arm up, stretching through the fingers, and on the exhale, lifting up the hips and buttocks, pressing into that left sole, right palm, and bring your gaze towards the left palm. And just enjoying that lovely stretch down the left side of the body, reaching through the left fingers. And slowly release that left arm down. We'll draw the right leg and the right arm forward. Find our sitting bones and come towards a forward bend, inhaling. Exhaling with the belly in, reaching as far as you can, beyond the feet maybe. Let the hands fall. Inhale, lift the chest and inhale again. And exhale like you're easing out from the tailbone. And just allowing yourself to fall forward any amount that you can over your legs. So just imagine that someone is standing beside you, 2 hands on your lower back, just pushing you gently forward, easing you forwards and down, forwards and down. And inhale, lift the head away, walk your hands back up your legs, stacking the vertebrae again. Now slowly draw the left foot in, so either to the inner right thigh or across. Rotate your upper body to face towards the left bent knee, and then lay that right arm down the length of the inner right leg. Inhale the left arm up, and exhale, drawing it over in the direction of the foot, any amount that you can. You might find it's different on this side. Reaching, and just enjoy the stretch. Breathing, find your Ujjayi breath. And inhaling as we come back up, we'll drop the left hand, fingers pointing away. Release the left sole. Inhale the right arm up. And exhale, lifting everything up, really reaching through the right hand. Press that right sole into the floor. And just feel the stretch all the way down the right side of your body. Finding your breath. And slowly coming back down, we'll draw the left arm and the left leg forward again for one more forward bend, relaxing from the shoulders, tuck the belly in. Inhaling, rise up. Exhaling, reaching, stretching as far as you can. Lift the chest again, take another breath. And exhale, folding to your best. And inhale, lifting the head away, walk your hands back up. And we'll just bring them behind, fingertips pointing to the buttocks. Inhale, lift the chest, getting a nice press through the palms. And on the exhale, see can you lift up your hips and buttocks, drawing your soles towards the floor or in that direction. Let the head go back, stretch the neck. You can exhale through the mouth. And release very slowly. And we'll bring our soles to the floor, to the mat. We're going to slowly release the spine down, one vertebra at a time. So bringing the hands to the kneecaps, tuck the belly in, beginning to round through the upper back. And then slowly, slowly, sliding your hands up towards your hips, releasing one vertebrae at a time. And when you have your spine down, just taking a big stretch, reaching through your fingers and your toes. Let's hug our knees in, take a nice massage of the back, making circles in both directions. And then coming back to center, really hugging the knees in. We'll finish on a nice spinal stretch. Bring the arms into cactus. Dip the chin towards your chest. Inhaling. And on the exhale, dropping your knees over to the left. And sending your gaze towards the right. If you want, you can take your left hand and just press gently on the top of that left knee, just to deepen the stretch. And then just settle in, keep the belly tucked in, and just enjoy this beautiful spinal twist. Keeping the right shoulder blade down on the mat. Keeping the right arm and hand as relaxed as you can. To release, we'll slowly bring the head and neck back to center first, and then tucking the belly in, slowly bringing both knees back as you inhale, and on the exhale dropping them to the right and turning your head and neck to the left. And again, you can press down on that top left knee to slightly deepen the stretch. Keeping the left shoulder blade relaxed into the mat, the left palm relaxed and open. And very slowly bring the head and neck back to center and join the belly in, slowly bringing the knees back in. Take another massage. And we'll cross one shin on top of the other and grab the outer edge of the opposite foot and just pull the feet towards the back of your thighs and just gently rock your lower back into the floor, easing out anything that feels a bit achy or sore, giving it a little massage. And we'll change that cross, grabbing again, gently pulling the feet towards the backs of your legs and massage your back into the floor. And then we'll release, squeeze everything together and lift your chest and head towards your knees, making yourself into a tiny ball. You can squeeze all the muscles of your face and jaw. And slowly unwinding into Shavasana. We'll take a few minutes Shavasana, but you can always extend your Shavasana if you need to. Most important pose, but not always the easiest, to just allow ourselves this time to relax, release, and do nothing, as the name suggests, corpse pose, so the death of all activity in body and mind. So as you lie here, just beginning to feel the heavy weight of your body releasing and relaxing into the floor. We just take a very gentle scan of the body. So bringing your attention to your feet, the right foot and the left foot. Just breathing into both feet and then exhaling and releasing. And just feeling the feet relaxing, releasing out to the sides of the body. Bringing your attention to your knees, the front and back of both knees. Inhaling into this space. Exhaling, relaxing and releasing. Just feel the knees sinking closer to the floor. And coming up to the hips, big joints, hip sockets, front, back and sides. Breathing now into both hips at the same time. Exhaling and releasing. And just feel like your whole lower body has released a couple of centimeters closer to the floor, to the earth. Moving up to the shoulders, front, back and sides. Inhaling, exhaling, and feel your shoulders dropping down towards the mat. Shoulder blades just melting away. Breathing into the whole of the right arm, into the palm of the right hand. Exhaling and releasing. Just feeling this right arm sinking away into the floor. Breathing into the whole of the left arm and the left palm. Exhaling and releasing. Both arms, both legs, heavy, relaxed. All muscles, ligaments, joints released. Feeling spaciousness and openness throughout the body. And just enjoying these last few moments on the mat, fully present with your body and your breath. If your mind is wandering, just gently bringing it back to the breath, observing the gentle rise and fall of the belly. So you can continue to relax here, or with the sound of the gong, we begin to gently reawaken the body. So bringing some gentle movements into your fingers, into your toes. Drawing a deep breath down into the lower belly. And on the exhale, take a stretch and reach your arms back behind you, sighing or releasing through the mouth. In your own time, you can hug your knees in again, massage your back into the floor. And when you're ready, slowly rolling onto the right hand side and gently bringing yourself back to seated. Bring our hands in prayer at the heart center as we take a little bow forward and close our practice. Namaste. Namaste everyone, thank you for joining, and if you'd like to continue some classes with me, I have 3 weekly classes. Monday yin class at 8 and Tuesdays and Thursdays a similar class to this one at 6:15. So I'll post the details below. Thank you for watching. Have a great weekend.